the hidden geometry inside everyday life. You don't notice it. You move through it without thinking, but it shapes almost everything you touch. To understand why geometry quietly governs daily life, we need to look beyond classrooms and diagrams. Geometry is often taught as shapes on paper, abstract and finished. But in reality, it is a language describing space, efficiency, and constraint. And nature uses it constantly. Long before humans formalized geometry, it appeared everywhere. Soap bubbles formed perfect curves. Honeycombs arranged themselves into repeating patterns. Leaves grew in angles that maximized light. These shapes were not chosen. They emerged because geometry solved problems efficiently. As societies developed, the same logic guided design. Roads curved to minimize distance. Cities formed grids to manage movement. Objects were shaped to balance strength and material. Geometry was not aesthetic first. It was practical. What makes this powerful is invisibility. Geometry works silently. You rarely notice the angles of a staircase or the proportions of a room, but change them slightly and discomfort appears. Movement slows. Structures weaken. Space feels wrong. This matters today because modern life is engineered at scale. Buildings, interfaces, and networks rely on spatial logic to function smoothly. Geometry determines flow, balance, and access long before decoration enters the picture. It is not decoration. It is structure, and it has been guiding human life quietly all along. As environments became more complex, geometry shifted from instinct to calculation. Architects began measuring stress, load, and balance. Designers optimized shapes for strength and efficiency. What once emerged naturally was now engineered deliberately. This precision reshaped daily experience. Chairs supported weight comfortably because angles distributed force correctly. Screens felt readable because proportions matched human perception. Even tools fit the hand because curves reduced strain. Geometry quietly aligned objects with bodies. The same logic extended into invisible spaces. Networks, pipelines, and circuits followed geometric principles to reduce loss and maximize flow. Data move along paths shaped by the same rules that guided rivers and routes. Efficiency was no longer guesswork. It was calculated. What made this shift subtle was familiarity. People adapted quickly to well-shaped environments. Comfort felt normal. Discomfort felt like a personal issue rather than a design flaw. Geometry succeeded by disappearing. Yet this invisibility carried risk. When geometry was ignored or misunderstood, consequences followed. Crowded spaces amplified stress. Poor layouts caused accidents. Inefficient designs wasted energy. The math did not punish mistakes immediately, but it never forgave them either. This revealed a quiet truth. Geometry does not argue. It responds. When aligned with it, life feels smooth. When ignored, friction appears everywhere. The shapes around us were never neutral. They were always making decisions for us. The conflict emerges when geometry begins shaping behavior without consent. Spaces guide movement. Layouts influence attention. Proportions signal importance and control. What feels like choice is often the result of spatial suggestion. In cities, wide roads invite speed. Narrow sidewalks discourage lingering. In buildings, ceilings create authority or intimacy. Even digital spaces rely on geometry. Buttons placed closer are clicked more often. Paths with fewer angles feel easier, even when they're not shorter. This influence is rarely discussed, yet it is powerful. Geometry sets defaults. It nudges behavior quietly, without rules or warnings. And because it feels natural, it is rarely questioned. The emotional tension lies in awareness. Once people notice geometry's role, neutrality disappears. Design choices reveal priorities. Efficiency can conflict with comfort. Control can hide behind symmetry. Optimization can erase individuality. Attempts to correct this often expose trade-offs. Making spaces flexible reduces efficiency. Maximizing flow can reduce community. Every geometric decision favors one outcome over another. There is no perfect shape, only chosen consequences. This is the heart of the conflict. Geometry is not just descriptive. It is prescriptive. It shapes how life unfolds before decisions are made. and most of the time it does so silently. The resolution comes with recognition. Geometry is not destiny, it is influence, and influence can be redesigned. Once spaces are seen as active participants in behavior, responsibility returns to the people who shaped them. This awareness is changing design. Cities are being rebalanced for people instead of speed. Buildings are reimagined for comfort, not just capacity. Digital spaces are questioned for how they guide attention and habit. Geometry is no longer invisible, it is accountable. The deeper lesson is simple. Shapes are choices. Angles, distances, and proportions encode values long before words appear. When those values align with human needs, life feels intuitive. When they don't, friction becomes constant. Geometry has always been inside everyday life. What changed is our ability to see it, and seeing it creates the chance to choose differently. The world around you is shaped long before you arrive, but it does not have to stay that way. Subscribe to join the journey.